Hey Fadies, it's Isen time again. Once again, it is a bit late, but fret not. This is the Fate of Isen Book 2, Episode 12, and ooh, it's a good one. Thank you for joining us. This episode was live streamed on our Twitch channel on Wednesday the 15th of February. If you missed it, but you want to make sure you catch all of our streams in the future, make sure you're following us on twitch.tv/Fate of Isen. And don't forget to grab tickets to see our live show in the New Zealand Fringe Festival at the end of Feb. There are still a few tickets available, so head to fringe.co.nz to get yours before it's too late. Okay, Brad, but what's going on in the story? Alright, let's recap. Last time, our heroes fought off some trained direwolves at Farmer Tawai's farm and accidentally learned of some strange magical obedience devices embedded in their collars. They smashed the devices, setting the direwolves free from Farmer Tawai's control. Granny, while wild-shaped in the form of a smaller wolf, was captured by Farmer Tawai, and the others went back into town to figure out what to do.
Welcome to Fate of Isen! Yay! Welcome, kia ora, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. If it's your first time visiting Isen, welcome. And for all of the Faties, apparently I might be muted. No, I'm not muted. Why am I muted? Oh my god. See. This is a disaster.
This one goes out to all the lip readers in the audience.
You guys should make it a running gag that you should just message the chat that Jules is muted every time, even if.
Why am I muted?
Okay. Just to freak her out.
Well,
did they actually just freak out? Like, no. Oh, okay. No, we hear Jules? Okay.
Was this a prank?
Can you still hear me? Are you just pranking me? That's just really mean, guys. That's really mean.
This is really funny.
Okay. Because this is my first time in a while having to do it by myself.
We have
Sarah's not here to fix things for me. So, yay. Okay, so kia ora and welcome to Fate of Isen. How is everybody going? Jules is having a nervous breakdown. So, if it is your first time visiting us here in Isen, welcome. And for all of our Faties who are coming home again, because it is Wednesday and you are back in our safe little arms where we're giving you a big consensual group hug, we're so happy to have you here. And joining us on our adventure today to tell us all about other things that they love and introduce themselves is Severin playing the human monk, Dexter Clementine. Yay!
Kia ora team, how we doing? Thanks for checking in. Yes, so it was Valentine's Day when we were streaming this yesterday, so we're talking about things that we love. And something I've learnt this week is, with the weather, I've had to work from home a couple of times, and apparently my body loves having 3 coffees a day, because I've not been doing that, and it hates me. Jules, back to you in the studio.
Feels. Yep, actual feels. It's weird, when I'm at home I don't drink coffee, when I'm at work I drink like 1 million a day. It's a thing. It's the routine.
It's the routine.
And someone else who loves all sorts of things, and I can't wait to find out what. Finn playing the human fighter, Hamlet Brockflower. Yay!
Yo, yo, yo. It's me. I'm playing Hamlet Brockflower. I love... This isn't really funny. I was just thinking about it. I love my friends. I really love my friends. I think that... Don't make a joking gesture, JD. That's not nice. I love my friends. They're the biggest part of my life. They support me through everything, and I would not be the person that I am without them.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, love for friends today. I'm into it.
You're not on that list, JD.
And someone who is on the list is Kasha playing the half-elf druid Granny Sabinka. Yay!
I'm on the list! Hello, I am Granny Sabinka, and I do love me some good food, but the thing I love the most is hiking up a big hill and getting very, very tired, and then you arrive at that hill, and you look around and you feel like Frodo.
Yeah.
When he's carrying the ring. And the ring's really heavy, but you've done it! And yeah, that's what I love. Back to you, Jules.
Nice. Do you have a Sam in that situation? Like, or are you just like Frodo who managed to do it by himself?
I am the Sam.
Yeah, you are Sam. Okay.
Actually, no, sorry. I do identify with Sam more than Frodo. Frodo was a bit of a wuss, and Sam did all the work, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Sorry, correction.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I agree with your statement. And someone whose statements I often agree with, it's Jules playing the human bard, Bradley Bardley. What do you love, Jules?
I'm very agreeable.
Yeah.
I love that we cannot escape Lord of the Rings in New Zealand. No, I thought a special look, it's a live stream and you can see a video, so why don't we look at my beautiful cat that I love? Not to be a crazy cat person, this is Possum. Purr into the mic.
No one's gonna believe you.
No. For the record, he was
purring
before.
so hard before, and it's just, it's just camera shy, stage shy.
Yeah, terrible mic etiquette.
I wanted to start with a scene that none of you are at and none of you would know about. Just a wee little something that is going on in the world. Like a little wee touch of something else in Isen that is going on. And that is, she wakes in darkness. The silence is everywhere. The darkness is all around her. And the pain is unbearable. What is happening to her? Where is everyone? She hears no voices anymore. Where have they all gone? And in the darkness, she screams. And then, zooming across Isen, we see, in the back of a small farm, a small wolf with a flower crown on the top of its head is led whimpering to kennels at the back of Farmer Tawai's farm and chained up with only a bowl of water. The adventurers leave the driveway. We see Hamlet and Dexter and Bardley all leading away, looking back over their shoulders at a young female standing nervously on guard, bow in hand, as Farmer Tawai stands next to her looking on smugly, watching our adventurers walk away. The familiar figure of Maria Tawai stands well down the road, well out of sight, basket in hand. Having walked from somewhere nearby, maybe the Hicks farm, and clearly not wanting to walk any closer as the action takes place, she waits until the adventurers are out of sight before coming home. And that's what we see. How are our adventurers feeling based on what happened? What are you guys talking about as you walk back to Lakeside?
If I were running this farm, it would be a lot different. Let me tell you lot that.
Yeah, man, it'd probably be easy to break into.
Yes. Yes, it would be. I'm just realizing that conversation probably isn't flowing because we've known each other for, 2 days? Otherwise, I'm sure we'd be able to regale each other with... Feels like longer.
Feels like much longer, man.
Way too long.
Well, it seems like just a day to me. You lot are still fresh on my mind.
Is that because we ran off?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like you've only been with us a day in total.
You were missing for a while.
I was. That's right. Yes, actually. No, you're right.
I'm glad
yes.
we've recapped that.
Re what?
Recapped,
Okay.
of course. I jangle loose crystals in my hand.
What are you going to do with the crystals?
They're very pretty. I feel like I could maybe engrave numbers on them and then throw them to indicate something. I don't know.
Yeah, who would want to do that?
Losers.
Giant nerds.
I'll make millions. I'll call them number crystals.
Sounds catchy.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go very far, if I'm honest, Bradley.
You never believe in me.
Okay, well, I wouldn't speak in absolutes, Sometimes I believe in you.
Well, I don't think that you ever believe in me.
All right. Well, that's a more accurate statement, and I appreciate the specificity. Shall we go to the inn? Anyone?
I don't know if I can sleep mad. I jostle my crystals.
Do you want to go, like, punch a tree or something?
Yes.
That always helps me.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I have to cleanse the shithouse, so I will. I'm going to go to the inn, if that's all right with everybody.
The crapper.
The recrapper, indeed.
The re-crapper.
Can we check to see if there are any useful herbs around us, please, Jules? Because we still need we always on that hustle.
You're actually not that far out of Lakeside. It's one of the closer farms, so there's not really like a big old wooded area around here. You could try and find some kind of useful something on the side of the road, but that's not exactly going to be an uncommon item. I mean, technically, like, dandelions are on the list, but, like, they don't pay very much for them. You've got to get almost a whole bag for it to be worth anything.
Not worth the other. How about a tree I can punch?
There's definitely a tree you can punch.
Take me to the punching tree man.
Yeah, can I pick out like a good thick tree to wallop? You don't want like a sapling.
Yeah. We're going thick. With 2 C's. And
Do
you find a tree
Yeah,
with
I want a
big
tree with an
booty.
ass.
I think the earthquake has made me go insane.
This is gonna be a weird show, man.
That's a nice birch over there.
Ooh, give me that. Give me that oak.
Yeah, you find quite a sizable sort of trunk of a tree.
Ooh, yeah.
With like lots of sort of gnarled branches bursting out. Not a lot of leaves on this thing, but nice
bear.
big trunk. Yeah.
This one's from Brazil.
Actually, yeah.
Can we strip it of its bark?
Is Granny with us right now, and how would she feel about us punching a tree as a
Granny
druid?
is not with you. I think I said
we can
Granny,
punch
but
away.
Granny isn't with you currently because the last time you saw Granny was a wolf being led away. That you know, Granny turned into a small wolf with a flower crown, and that was snapped into a collar with one of these crystal boxes on its neck and led around the back of the farm. So Granny is not with
We're
you
getting
right
into
now.
trees, but Granny's full on in her persona era.
Do we have some kind of
Yeah.
a plan to get Granny back, or is that just not on the card? That's a lost cause.
I feel like eventually Granny will turn back into Granny. These things tend to end at some point, and then hopefully she can find her way back to the inn.
She has been Granny before, so I do agree with you on that. Like, what goes up must come down. What has been Granny must be Granny again.
Right. Yes. No. I agree. I just also maybe a little bit worried that the perhaps influence of those crystals that I may have seen before could have influence on her abilities to remain or not remain in wolfen form. Is
I
all
like the fact that as you're having these conversations, like one of you is taking a turn to like punch the tree, so it's like you're having this conversation about like, you know, we rescuing Granny and like what's happening, and then it's just like sizing it up and just poof, you know.
Yeah. I grab a big tree branch that's fallen off the tree and start doing deadlifts.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask if anyone has detect magic or something that they want to check out these crystals with.
Speaking as the
very much, I do
only
not.
magical one out of the three of us, this is you're asking us to.
I just don't have that.
Right.
You
okay.
could do some kind of like an arcana check on it as you're
Okay,
like looking
shall
at
I?
it and trying to feel if you can feel if there's some kind of magic going on. Yeah.
Okay, I tell you what, guys, never mind. I'm the most magical. I'll do an arcana check.
I'd also like to do an arcana check, if I may.
See, I might I have no bonus
I
to it, but I
hand
might
out
as well.
crystals to everyone in the group for us all to do a
'cause
check on.
they're quite small. They're like quite shiny and almost sparkly looking.
I got a 19.
I got a net.
19.
I got a net 20.
Net 20. If you don't have inspiration already, remember to give yourself inspiration. Good for bribing the DM. So as you're looking at these crystals,
We have one more roll.
Let's not let him get away with this.
I got an unnatural 1.
unnatural one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A dirty one.
All right, you're okay. So
Yeah.
you look at those and you're like, crystals? Stones, aren't they? You know, like that's kind of
Yeah, they're
all
rocks.
you come up with. Yeah.
They're like pretty rocks.
Yeah. Like magic? Why are we looking at these for magic? Yeah. You're completely unclear as to what's going on there. And the other two of you, Hamlet and Bardley, you're looking at these crystals and you're like, oh, like, see how they're like a little pulsy and a little glowy on the inside of them? That usually means residual magic is captured in them, usually triggered by something. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like they're all talking about that. You're not exactly sure because an Arcana check will just tell you that they're magical in some kind of way. And if you like press them or break them, like if you're using that as a kind of an example, because you've got a few, so you can kind of try and, you know, you get like almost an electric shock, like a static charge, you know, from touching something metal. It's like, ow, you know, as you experiment with this.
I'm going to hand the crystal back to Bardley. Be like, no, it's not good.
Well, I mean, we pretty much already kind of knew that, didn't we?
But now we've confirmed it.
We've confirmed. Maybe we should go to find a store around here with an enchanter or something, someone who might sell or know what these are.
That's true. They might have an interest in them.
I think that's going to be our best bet for figuring out how to help Granny.
And then do we also hand that note to what's
Yes,
in
you've
Sonia?
already handed that note to Sonia.
Cool,
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, absolutely.
So that's
And
later
as
on.
you walk towards Lakeside, leaving this poor beaten up tree, and the tree is just like got like dents in it, you've ripped off branches off it, it's kind of like hanging slightly off to the side, just beaten this poor tree up. You start walking back to Lakeside. I think it's time for us to go see what indeed situation Granny finds themselves in. And
Meanwhile, Granny,
yeah,
Back
pretty
on the
much
farm.
back at the farm.
home on the range.
So there are these big kennels that are behind Farmer Tarwai's farm, and they're sort of tucked around the back of the farmhouse, and you can also see opposite them the big farming sheds where there's like quite large sort of equipment and a whole lot of different bags of, you know, what you would assume as various farming supplies. You know, how much Granny knows about that. You know, you're looking at this, you can smell a lot of like different manures and things like that because your nose is kind of working overtime as a wolf, you know, so you can smell all of this, and then there's some harsh chemicals coming off that, and you can kind of keep all of that. But you find yourself kind of like chained to this kennel via this collar that is around your neck, and you know, as you saw as it was coming down, that it looks similar to the ones that were on the wolf. He had to tighten this one quite a lot because you're a much smaller wolf than those large ones were, so he sort of snapped it around your neck and then tightened it up. So as you're like trying to claw it off, you're not able to do it with your like wolf paws. And he goes, I didn't even know we bought one of these. And then he's sort of yelling over at the rest of the farm, and then he sees Maria walk in. And he's like, Maria, are you taking pity on the goddamn wolves again? I told you, no puppies. I need proper guard wolves. You hear what I'm saying? And she's like, I don't. And she looks at you and she's like, I'm sorry? You know, like, and she's like, I'll sort it. Sorry. And he goes, sort it, all right. And he kind of walks into the house. And he's like, I expect dinner in an hour. She's like, yeah, I'll sort it. And she comes over to you, Granny Ann's wolf, and sort of crouches down to you and goes, "Oh, your bowl's empty. Oh, poor darling. I'll sort that out for you." And she reaches out cautiously to like pet, and she's reaching towards your like head, and she's like, "Is this okay? Are you all right? Good little wolfie."
Okay, couple of questions. Is the collar too tight for a human being?
I think you could probably still have it as a human. It would be very much a choker situation.
Okay. So, Wolf Granny would like to look around and see if anyone else is looking, and then unwild shape.
Okay.
Just like be like, "Beep," and pop up as a person.
Yeah. So Maria is crouching down and stretching her hand, being like, "Good little wolfie," and then you just turn into Granny right there in front of her. Yeah. And she's, oh, what is happening? And she's like, "What is happening?" Like, she, like, catches herself and is, like, whispering madly, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
All right, quiet. Okay, are you safe?
I'm fine. He's fine.
Is he? Would you speak to someone like he just spoke to you?
He's stressed.
Okay, so we're giving excuses to the abuser. I see. Okay, let's start with taking off this collar, and I'm going to try and take it
it's really
off.
snapped on there, Granny. You know, you were looking for like a buckle or a, you know, something, and you're just not finding anything. And I guarantee this collar is like stuck.
I see. All right, Maria, I can help you, but can you please take this off me? It's demeaning.
I can't. You've got to take the crystals out of the box, and I can't access. You have to.
What do I have to do?
Well, I mean, he's in control of the dogs. He's got the shot thing.
A shock thing?
Yeah, like to train them, you know, to do the right thing.
This farm is not on, okay? This is no way to treat anybody, let alone the dogs, okay? Can you bring that shock thing to me under the pretense you're training the wolf?
If he trusts me, maybe. If I don't get in there and cook him dinner, he's gonna wonder what the hell I'm doing out here.
Are you sure it's all he's gonna do? Do we need to get help? I can get you. I have a great place you can go to. There's a bakery, a lot of kids, but you know, we can figure things out. If you need to get out, blink twice.
You need to get out of here. You're gonna be in trouble if he finds you here.
All right, Maria. I would love to escape, but I can't leave you behind. Come with me, and we can talk at the inn about the situation here. This looks really fishy, and it smells really weird in here. And I'm like, yeah, still smells.
Yeah.
Does it smell still?
Probably a perception check, as well as you're smelling, like, you're like, you know?
Just wanted to say that dice failed me last time, so I am using real dice this time.
Oh, nice.
It is 17.
You're like smelling around. You're like, something smells fishy, you know, like, and you're like, you know, it smells wrong. And then you realize it does smell wrong. What you're smelling is a lot of manure, a lot of chemicals coming from that shed. But where is you should be smelling vegetables. Like, you can see them. They're right there. Like, why can you not smell them? You know, like, it just doesn't smell right.
Maria, you gotta tell me what's going on here. Why does it not smell of food?
And she's like, I can't. But if you sneak around the back of the house, I think you could get out without being seen. I'll go in and I'll talk to him and I'll start loudly cooking dinner and you can get out.
All right.
She looks at you and she's like, just Not here. Go talk to my dad. It's not like he has much to do anyway. I'm keeping him busy most of the day.
Right. Okay. And I turn back into wolf.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
And
I
she
sniff around.
unclips you. Yeah. Like, she can unclip you and she's like, okay, just wait. Just maybe 30 seconds, a minute, and then you'll hear me banging, and then go.
Let's do that.
And
I say,
goes into the house. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, she looks at you and she goes, I don't know, I'm talking to a wolf now. She like stands up and kind of goes inside the house. And she goes, what do we feel like for dinner, honey? I was thinking bangers and mash. I picked up some sausages at the market. She's like, just chat. And she's like, and you hear her kind of like, you actually do hear like bang, bang, bang. And he's like, what the hell, Maria? Were you trying to break the kitchen? She's like, I can't find the right pan. Bang, 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 and you hear all of that going on. And he's like, okay, I'll come help you. Sorry. I'll make the sausages, okay? I can see you're mad at me. And he sort of clearly wanders into the kitchen. She's like, yeah, I just gotta look for the right pot now. And she's just like, boing, 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 boing. She's just like smacking pots together, making a hell of a noise,
Making a confused head tilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds like... so you said there are kennels. Are there other dogs in them?
They're empty at the moment, which makes sense.
Cool. I was gonna open them all. Cool. So I would like to.
Yeah. So do you run around the side of the house like she suggested? You're off collar right here. Like, do you run? Do you go? Knowing
But there's
that
still
there
the
were
box on my neck?
other people here on the farm, and yeah, there was clearly other people wandering around guarding it. You saw them running up the driveway before. You don't know where they are right now. But choice. What do you do?
So she unclipped me, but I still have the collar on me, right?
Yeah, you still have the collar. She can't take the collar off you, but she's unclipped you from the chain.
So definitely snooping a little bit before I leave. There was a shed that smelled weird.
Yeah, like a big farming shed. Had different equipment and bits and pieces in it.
So I would like to stalk into that shed and see what's in it.
Okay.
And what's the smell, or like see if the smell is actually from there and what it could be.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that because we'll switch back to our crew that is walking to Lakeside right now. And I think they're nearing Lakeside proper, the main town, sort of a bit more hustle and bustle here. People walking in and around. You were starting to get to know your way around this place. There's that main center square, the Lakeside LH, the Lakeside Hospital kind of, big figure in the background, almost works like a landmark to guide yourself by. You can kind of place everything from that, seeing as it's right on the lake too, so you can kind of figure out where most things are. Are you headed straight to the tavern or the Lakeside lodgings?
If there's a crystal shop on the way, we could do a cheeky stop in.
Or we can always ask the tavern if they know
That's true.
somewhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, you also know, Cafe at the Grind. He might know something about crystals.
Yeah, but I feel like he hates us. To the end.
Okay.
I love it when Dexter is decisive.
So yeah, you wander over to the Lakeside lodgings and kind of head inside. Is Hamlet going straight to Clint? The shit house? Or,
Yeah. Hamlet's gonna go Clint. I'll be right back.
Clinton time.
Sweet.
Can Dexter please go up to the bar and put a gold? Be like, hello, can I please get a round of the beer for my friends?
He nods and willingly pours you out, ales.
The beer is ale.
Beer is ale.
How much money is the beers?
A few copper each. It's not like his best beer. He knows you guys. He's like, they don't really seem to. They don't really
we
seem
have to count the coins out.
Serve you.
Okay.
He actually put you up on a tab last time, so he's assuming you're going to pay. But,
all right. So I don't have to break down a gold minus 2 copper right now.
No.
'Cause-
But if you gave him a gold, it would go some way to paying your tab anyway, so...
Oh, there's
Yeah.
that. I will
Yeah.
just give him a gold piece, and
Cool.
that'll not
Yeah,
settle
you
the
just-
tab, but at least
Yeah.
intimate that we're
Yeah,
good for
some
it.
to
more
it.
room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll call the goons off.
Finally.
I come back from the
Clinting the crapper.
and I scope the tavern to see if we recognize anyone who's in there.
Dexter hands you a beer.
Ah, thank you, lackey.
No problem, boss.
Good sir behind the bar. Do you think that perhaps I could get a burger, sir?
Hamlet gets stabbed from a behind him, trying to steal his purse.
Someone casts Blade of Disaster.
All jokes aside, we are looking for a crystal merchant. If you or an enchanter around for enchanting crystals, that's what we really need. If
Okay.
you know anyone.
Yeah, and he tells you about a lady in town who is known to be somewhat magical. She does like readings and dabbles in a bit of this, that, and the other thing, you know. And I don't have a name for her or a name for her shop. I'm leaving that up to you guys. So who is this person? What's her name? And what is her shop called?
Spaghetti.
Clintella.
She's Quintella?
Not spaghetti?
She's Quintella Spaghetti. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And crispy
Yeah.
crystals.
And what's her shop called? What is
Mamma Mia's
where does
Pizzeria.
I liked crispy crystals.
Crispy Crystals?
That was good.
I feel like we've had a better option. Someone else has said, but that's fine. We can go with Crispy Crystals. That's okay.
I'm spelling it with 2 Ks because
2 Ks,
I
yeah. 2
feel
Ks.
like Quintella would definitely spell her shop with
Wait,
crispy
crusty.
crystals.
It's like Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then crystals with a K as well. And she spells it with a Z at the end as well. Crystals.
Oh, I hate her.
Yeah.
Well, she sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, I like it.
She always brings the
I
Chardonnay.
have such a clear image of this woman in my mind. Can we please
Okay.
go
Yeah,
meet
yeah.
her?
As we enter the store, who do we see
chicken
behind
legs.
the counter
Sorry.
tidying her little crystals on her
But
shelves?
crispy
and-
crystal
Yeah.
herself.
Madam
what does
Spaghetti.
What does Quintella Spaghetti look like?
Oh,
Hamlet,
big-
take it away. You've got a very clear picture, you said.
I'm imagining one of the women who runs those souvenir shops on Waiheke Island that sells those real weird plated pictures that you would hang in a man cave that are like pictures of beer from old adverts that never existed, and then like shell necklaces with birds painted on them, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like she's got long blonde hair that she
Oh, yeah.
doesn't brush.
That she dyes as well, because I imagine she's older
Tie
as
dyes?
well. She tie dyes her hair.
She tie dyes her hair.
Okay. I think she's probably wearing a poncho top and one of those skirts with the several tiers in them. You know what I mean? It's got the little yeah.
She tie dyes her hair.
Yeah, in a world where magic exists, why wouldn't you?
100%.
Yeah, I love her. She's great. And you enter the store, and Quintella turns to you and goes, hi.
Oh, sorry. I think I have to step outside.
You have
No,
to.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Sorry. Hello.
Don't be rude, we need her help.
I know. Hello.
Dex is gonna pat you on the back.
Don't, you'll make him throw up.
You're gonna be okay, boss. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, like, hi, what can I help with?
We have these like totally awesome rare crystals that we want you to check out. I just wanted to see if you'd seen them from anywhere.
Oh, I love
Present
crystals. I've got like geodes and I've got so many
That's
crystals.
so totally great. Check these out.
Okay. And she leans over and she goes, oh, those are like basic shock crystals?
Oh my god, I'm like so ditzy. I don't know anything about that. Can you tell me?
Oh yeah. Okay. So like you can like make them they usually come like a lot bigger. And you can kind of like throw them and they let off a static charge like that they store inside them, and usually
oh my god,
once
that's so kooky.
like that's
So
how they
kooky.
come naturally, but you can actually magically charge them to like only let off like little bits at a time when you have like a control.
Would you do that by like putting them in a box or something?
Yeah, like in a wee box that you control like as the magic escapes, and I would totally like do that.
Ah, so you can make them like a little like shock collar or something?
Yeah, like I hear people do that with these shock crystals, but like I'm not a fan of that. Like I really feel like animals should just be free to be themselves.
Yeah, that sounds kind of illegal to me.
I don't know about illegal because there's not really many rules around that stuff, but like
That's true.
like dumb and like yeah, like
That
really
seems
cool.
like not cool. Like, yeah.
So like, just not like anything really. Just like,
Vesty, thank you so much for your epic help. Okay, we're gonna go now, but thank you.
Okay, but like think of me if you need anything, like maybe you want a reading about like your future, or like maybe you want like I can make like love potions and stuff, so like you just hit me
Oh my
up.
god, like actually I think we should all like totally get a reading from you right now.
Oh really?
I
Yeah.
really don't think that's a good.
Pay
got
her
a
a
very,
coin for a reading for our future.
very busy
do it.
schedule this evening. Actually, I believe we've got
No,
that. You
no,
know.
you don't.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we do. We've got.
No, we can do a reading. Let's do a future reading.
How much is like the like reading? Like, this is a fun game.
You have to be like ready to receive the spirit of knowledge of your future, because like if I give you a reading and you're like not ready for it, it could really screw up your mind.
God, wouldn't want
I'm
that.
like totally ready to receive the future. Are you ready to receive the future, Hamlet?
Oh, give it to me. Actually, can I go first? Is that okay?
Ah, great.
I'm just so into this.
Okay, and she like pulls out this deck of cards that she has, like a very well worn deck of cards behind the counter, and she starts like kind of she spills them all over the counter. She clears everything off and she spills it all out, and she's like spreads them all around, just kind of like muddling them up on her desk, right? And she just goes, so you're first, okay, like I'm gonna think about you. I like smell like really earthy tones around you, like you smell really good actually. Okay, so I've got
Oh. Oh.
He's back on board.
So sorry. Thank you. You know, I feel as though I haven't. It's not actually.
she
it's
pulls
Brock
out she pulls out a card, and she pulls out for Hamlet the 6 of Wands, and it's this beautiful like displayed and ornate and filigree card, and she goes, oh, well, this is good. Like, this card is all about, like, success and, like, victory and, like, doing really well, which makes sense because you look like you're, like, really well dressed and you probably got, like, your stuff together. So, like, you know, like, you're just a really successful person.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be
Stop
so
it,
great.
you!
It's
Oh,
gonna
wow.
be so great in your future. Yeah.
Bestie,
I'm so
stop
excited
it!
for you.
Oh my lord! Oh
Yeah.
Lord, Lulu! Oh my Lulu! That's
Yeah.
wow!
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you. That's
I'm
so
glad
so
to know
lovely of you
you.
to say.
Yeah.
Wow, just
is so
no.
great.
I'm so
Okay,
glad
so-
to have met you. Actually, what was your name
like,
again?
My name's Quintella.
Quintella.
Spaghetti. Yeah.
Quintella Spaghetti. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's a family name. Like, my family used to be in pasta or something. So, like,
No,
it's kinda how it goes.
I'm Hamlet Brockflower. My family used to.
Oh,
my family makes Brockflowers.
Brockflower! That is so just too much.
No, this is too much. I am a big fan of
Too
pasta.
much.
I don't tell many people
and
that,
I
but
love
I am actually a big fan of pasta. Wow.
Wow.
This is. Are you busy after this, or are we?
Like no. I could show like now.
Oh, okay, perfect. We don't need to do the rest of the readings, do we? It's
Okay.
fine. Okay.
We gonna go.
I mean, I kind of wanted. Okay, never mind.
Okay, let's leave.
Could I buy you a drink at the inn, maybe? Or is this what is your? Do you drink? I don't know.
Oh yeah. They actually have this really nice like it's like a pollen like spirit that they make from like wildflowers. Oh, it's so
wow.
beautiful. Yeah.
That sounds so
Like a
fascinating.
mead.
Yeah. And she just kind of
Actually, I'm talking to her.
We're pulling you out. This was only fun when you hated it. Okay, like totally cool. Thanks. See ya. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Kisses.
I'll see you at the inn.
Yeah, so she can like basically she'll busy herself with shutting up her shop and getting ready to join you at the inn later. Yeah.
Like,
Oh
goodbye.
my god, Hamlet has a date.
With Quintella Spaghetti.
Who else?
What an
Who
unlikely match.
tie-dyes her hair.
Who tie-dyes her hair. Yeah.
You know, we all have our thing, and I think it's unfair to judge. I've come so
yeah.
far around.
The complete 180.
Yeah. So you get back after sort of scouting around, finding this crystal. So, because you didn't know where this one was, so you had to kind of scout around and find it. And then have this conversation and the reading, and then, head back to Lakeside Lodgings. And as you get back, a familiar female is waiting for you. Sonia looks nervous and is just kind of hunched into the corner like she does not want to be there. And at this point, I think we switch back to what's up with Granny? What's happening over there in the shed?
Shed life.
Yeah, so my goal is to check out the shed and then sneak away. So I guess I would like to sneakily tiptoe towards the shed and sniff out who goes there. Do I recognize the scent of a person? What is the thing in the shed, maybe?
Yeah, okay. So roll
That
me
kind
a
of stuff.
stealth check as a wolfy wolf.
As wolf. Wolfy wolf. So that's Dex, right?
Yes.
Dex? Okay. Oof. The real dice don't really make a difference. It is 5.
Okay, so you think you're being very stealthy as you walk towards this shed. When you walk into the shed, and it's unfair to call it a shed because it's like, 3 carriages wide, and you can actually see a carriage in one of these big openings, which has clearly been rigged to be tied to something and then pull a big till behind it. So you can see that's probably how they dig the funnels into the fields and that kind of thing. Usual setup for plowing fields and that. And you see a lot of that kind of gear around here too. Various gardening tools and different sprays for different insect problems or plant problems. None of those, some of those Granny actually might be familiar with and some of them maybe not. They're a little bit more chemically than maybe Granny's come across before. Lots of that kind of stuff in this shed. In terms of people, you definitely smell Famatawa. You'd be pretty familiar with his scent by now. There's a few sort of random scents that you're not used to smelling. So roll me, I don't know, some kind of perception check, I guess.
Perception smell check.
Perception smell check. And I think you actually do have advantages with perception smell as a wolf. So
I know you do as a bear from a different campaign. The animal, not the person, JD.
I rolled a 15, so perception will be... Cool, 16 then.
So yeah, you can easily distinguish the smells of two different figures walking through here. They smell humanish. They smell like people who worked in the fields, because you can kind of smell that earthy smell about them.
Okay, cool. And I guess I just want to smell what the chemical fishy thing is. Was it fishy as in fishy suspicious, or fishy smells like
No,
fish?
what was suspicious is that you aren't smelling any vegetables. And indeed in here, you're still not seeing any. It looks like there's an area where they might have prepped, you know, like there's empty sacks and there's like some kind of a packing area, but it's completely empty. There's nothing going on here.
So it should smell vegetables in the fields, and I can see the vegetables, but they're not there. Can I approach them?
Yeah, so you start to walk towards the field.
Yeah, stealthily.
Yeah. So, yeah, still stealthily with your 5. And you are stepping very carefully towards this field. There is, like, a weird moment where you can see the field, you walk into the field, you can see that this one is, you know, potatoes right in the front, and you're walking towards it, you're still walking kind of towards it, still kind of walking towards it. Wait, is that getting any closer? And then it just never really looks any different. It's like set at a particular perception, you know, like a particular viewpoint, if that makes sense. And so you're like getting closer to it, but it looks weird because it's sort of rising up and they're getting bigger. And then you sort of step through something. It's like a weird kind of, like, you feel kind of like your skin sort of crawls and goes a bit jittery. And then your head pokes through and you just see these deadened black fields. Nothing grows. It's just rotten black, full of nothing. And the fields are just massive and there's nothing on them. There's just these huge fields of dead.
I'm like, ow! And then I leg it to the gate.
Surprised wolf noises!
Oh, sorry, does it smell of anything particular inside that illusion, or is it just nothing?
No, it's just so overwhelmingly like dead produce, like rotting, you know, like
horrible.
It just fills your nose of just this like weird rot. And you like pull backwards from it because quite shocked. And like, again, that projection of like these beautiful fields that just go for miles and, you know, look like they're just doing so well. You can see again. And yeah, you run in the opposite direction.
So in wolf language, I say, he's a phony! He's a big fat phony! And then I try and exit the farm as fast as I can and join everyone else, because I am not a very... I'm just a wolf, okay? Yeah, okay, cool.
This one is da-doof, 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 da-doof instead of do-da-doof, da-da-doof. Like 3-leg running away the other day.
Wolf on my way downtown.
Yeah, so you kind of go running back to the tavern where the rest of our party are talking to, approaching Sonia, I guess, who looks like she does not want to be there. Like she wants to be anywhere else but here.
Can I do an insight check? I think I know why, but can I do an insight check?
Sure, yeah.
Just to see if there's a particular reason. That's, again, as another natural 20, I would...
Nice!
You know I wouldn't lie about this.
He's fudging.
2 in a row!
He's those rolls.
Why would I fudge it? I can't get double inspiration.
No, you can't. What about it? But yeah, okay, so you read Sonia and you just read like what's going on here. Watching her just struggle with this, she knows there's something wrong. She knows she should be saying something or doing something. She's not, you can see it on her. She doesn't know quite what's wrong, but something is so wrong about the situation. She, like that she's decided against her better judgment to come here. Like, not entirely sure what she can do, even though you accused her of being like a terrible guard and you tried to tackle her and,
Not unfounded.
What do you mean we?
That was me. That was just me. That's fair.
Yeah. And she's not like entirely sure what you're going to do to her. She's half terrified you're going to like attack her or try and take her away or something like that. You can see terror and you can see just like a weird resolve. But like whatever happens, I guess. I just wish it wasn't.
How young is Sonia again?
So like in human years, I'd say young 20s.
Ah, right. I think Dex was like young to mid-20s. Anyway, student. Dex is gonna order some more of the beers and then like slide one over to Sonia.
She kind of nods, like
And then
takes
he's
it.
gonna like turn the chair backwards so that the back of the chair is facing her and sit down like a
As
cool
he put
teacher.
his cap on
Oh,
backwards.
he's a cool
yeah.
professor.
I'm not like those other kids, man.
Tosses the textbook in the trash can.
I just start strumming in the background, and I'm like, Sonia, Sonia, Sonia.
Hey
Terrifying.
kid, I know you want to help us and I know you want to do something good. So we're gonna need very specific information from you on how to get into the farm, anything that's happening there. This is your chance to really right the wrongs that have been done to the land.
I don't know about any wrongs that have been done to the land. All I know is that I got hired for a job to protect a produce farm from literally anybody coming in. And there's like guard dogs like on guard, and the only people that are allowed in are the ones Tarfai says are allowed in. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I got hired for a job, right? Like, but like, if he wants me to actually shoot people, I just thought it would kind of be like, get out of here, and then they would go, and I would just be paid for standing around, really.
How long have you been doing the job for?
Well, only maybe a week and a half.
That's fair, that's not enough time to see anything.
Great.
Did they tell you what happened to the previous person in your position?
What? As far as I understand, I'm extra. Like the other two that work the farm, they go and like work the farm for the day, and then Farmer Tawai, he goes and like works the farm and stuff, and then I look after the gate and the dogs. The dogs are kind of nice, and it's a pretty easy job. I just sort of walk around the fence line and keep an eye on the gate and, read a book.
Watch some Netflix. And by that I mean flick through the netting.
like fishing,
Right.
man?
I'm not really one of the fishers. I mean, I do make my own arrows. While I'm
That checks out.
it's called fletching though, not Netflix.
Netflix.
Netfletch.
It's more like stick fletch.
I'm not there.
So have you...
Neck sticks.
Keep it going. Keep going. We got
Keep it
this. We're gonna find
All
something
night.
here. There's definitely something here.
We'll come back next episode and there'll be something.
TVNZ on demand.
So there's nothing... You haven't seen anything bizarre in this job.
Bizarrevark. Sorry, I knew.
Well, I mean, it is pretty bizarre. I kind of exist in that role little. I mean, not bizarre, I exist. I mean, I know how I exist. Like, my mum and my dad loved each other very much. I know the whole story.
What?
But, like, bizarre, they need me. Like, what do they need? Is someone stealing potatoes? And she just laughs like this is the silliest thing ever. But she's like, but it's weird,
Is
right?
someone stealing
Like,
potatoes?
well, I haven't seen anybody stealing potatoes, and either that makes me a really bad guard, and she looks pointedly at you, or
I shrug, looking at her suggestively.
there
Stealing's no
there
joke, man.
isn't anybody
Not funny.
stealing potatoes.
I steal a piece of paper out of Dexter's pocket. Can I roll for what I
Yes,
steal?
I was just bringing up the list.
What dice is it again? Sorry.
It's a D12.
Not even going to make you do a sleight of hand check. This is great.
I caught you off guard.
You did.
I got 10.
I was focused on potato thieves.
10. Okay.
That's true.
So you pull out a piece of paper you have seen before. It's got skyships on it. It's got scenic views. It's got romantic sunsets. It's got that big slogan that says, 100% safe 50% of the time. You pull out that piece of paper.
I pocket it.
Okay. Should we debrief very quickly? Sorry, Sonia. Do you mind if we just sidebar for a second? Is that okay? Okay, we're just going to do it regardless.
We just all move to a different table.
Yeah, literally just turn our backs to her.
Just a rain check.
So what do we know?
Shock collars.
Oh! I didn't...
The crystal box. Crystal box.
Yes.
I was too
dog.
enamored by that vixen working the store. I couldn't put that together.
Yeah.
We could tell.
Oh, Granny, we met the most amazing woman. She's tie-dyed her hair.
Yeah, Granny walks in. As a wolf or as Granny?
Oh, she wasn't there yet?
Yeah, but like
totally
is
a
now.
wolf.
Ah, okay, my bad.
Yeah, so you see a wolf with a flower crown, like, pad in.
A wolf walks into a bar.
There's a
fighter
bard,
and a
a
monk.
warrior, and a monk. The bartender says, "It's okay, you've got a tab. You don't have to pay me 3 coins."
So yes, walk in, excitedly starts barking.
Oh, over
I'd
here.
recognize that flower crown anywhere.
I'm like,
I wonder if outsiders in the bar are weirded out by us calling a wolf granny.
Do you want to roll a perception check to see?
Yeah, to see what the Patreons
I'll roll to see.
Patreons.
Yes, our patrons.
Yeah, if you want to be in this bar, subscribe.
We'll name a bar stall after you. To prove I'm not fudging my rolls, I got a 13.
Trying
Okay.
to throw us off the case.
I think people...
By rolling less.
Yeah, people are kind of looking at you, but you don't know why. Is it just because you're like new and unusual, or is it because you have a wolf here? Is it because you make quite a ruckus every time you come in? Is it because
could be a
someone
myriad
keeps
of factors.
talking
Any
about
number of
Clinton as shithouse? Like, it's very unclear as to why people are staring at the group of you. Yeah.
Hi, Granny. I see you're still a wolf. Do you want to turn back into a human so we can talk to you?
I look down on myself.
Communication's gonna be
Okay.
tough, man.
I turn back to.
I tried to learn wolf, but I
Granny.
wasn't good at it.
Nice. Yeah, so you turn back. Yeah.
Boys, it's worse than we thought. It's so much worse. I'm
Oh, no.
distraught by what
I
I
thought
saw.
it was pretty bad, so...
It was pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Yeah, something's afoot. Something's really much afoot. Very much.
Where's the
Sonia.
foot? Can we stab it?
Sonia sort of awkwardly kind of does that weird hand wave where you just, and then she goes back to drinking her beer. Apparently they're doing something called a sidebar, but they're not going to like the bar on the side, so I don't know what they're doing.
It's like a metaphorical bar, man. It's a bar of your mind.
Okay.
It's the bar you have inside your heart that we're keeping you on
Alright.
the other side of.
Anyway, what did you see, Granny? What's happening?
I went into the fields. They didn't smell like the fields, and then I walked in, and The devastation.
Granny, are you okay?
She's having a stroke. Please, Granny, Granny.
Granny.
She's still part wolf.
I'm just so distraught about the amount of dead plants that I saw. It was all fake. It was all a front. All the
Wait, at Farmer Tarfai's farm?
Tawais. It was a tick.
Tawai?
Tawais.
I'm better.
Farmer
Yes.
Tawai?
I'm an old woman. I can't tell them apart. They're all the same age. Anyway, I walked through. I was trying to get to the luscious vegetables that smelled like nothing like vegetables, and then I went through them. And it turns out it's all rotten fields, the same as the rat-infested farm, and there's nothing there. Nothing.
What?
At all.
So they've got like a thing that makes it look like a healthy field? Oh, that's very sneaky.
Some
They are
illusions
hiding
magic,
the
I
disease of the
imagine.
earth.
Can
Sorry,
Dexter
dear?
give Granny a consensual hug?
Yes, please. She really needs it.
Oh, can we group hug?
That's a different kind
Yes.
of sidebar.
And
If
as
we
you
are
group
group
Come
hugging,
in, boys.
Yeah, as you group hug, into the bar comes a familiar face. Like, hugs!
I immediately drop all of you guys.
And as you group hug in the horror of what Granny saw, a dead and deserted and barren field where once was a great and green growing garden of
Wow.
Alliteration.
Goodness. Groceries.
And you process what that might mean, especially as you saw Farmer Tarfai say in a town hall meeting that there was nothing wrong with his farm and it was absolutely fine. I think that's where we'll end things for today. So, and
That's the end of the episode.
Woo! What an episode. What
We made
a
it,
lot
team.
happened.
Great job.
We made it. We made it. Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure here today. And we absolutely hope to see you again. Maybe next time, minus an earthquake, which is sort of why I went a little bit longer than an hour today, because we had a moment at the start of this recording. So we'd like to give a massive big shout out to, well, actually, you know what? Give a big shout out to the Twitch chat today who stuck with us and made sure that we were okay. And we made sure that they were okay. So thank you very much for joining us here in the live stream. Really appreciate it. It's nice to be loved in real time. We love you. And a big shout out to all of our Fades. A lot of you can't be here for Twitch chat for family reasons, and a lot of you are overseas and time zones are hard. So we still love all of you very much. And we want to give a big shout out to those of you who keep the lights on here at Isen HQ. So without any further ado, a list: Alex White Robinson, Irene Cucci, Laura Christine Goodwin, James Blythe, Sam Malcolm, Kai Drum Falls, Kai Dearlove, Rihanna Kovalsik, Ben Edwards, Victoria and Gavin Porter, Daniel Nickers, Violet, Squish, the guy who doesn't talk on an audio-only podcast, and Alexandra Lickkites, Andrew Evans, Danny Holman, Chaos the Fox, Dakota Szymanski, Andrew M. Fun facts with Waffles: Aotearoa, New Zealand has the highest sheep-to-person ratio on the planet with roughly 10 sheep per person. Waffles, I'm only saying that once. Jared from the Indie Film Review podcast, Ezekiel Tabarelli, The Gamatron, Christian H, Samsara Gamers ADHD, Disturbed One and Z, Lyndon Hood, Tom Ailey, Erica Jane, Stephen Horn, and Petty D from the Terrible Adventures of the Jettison Breakfast Parchment Company podcast, Aaron Gilgren, and Robin McLean. That is the list as it stands. Yay! All of our Patreons.
Beautiful.
And
You're the best.
so the day after the commercial love day, I just want to tell you all how much I love you all. So thank you so much for being a fan of Fate of Isen. It means so much to me. You have no idea how much your comments and your likes and your subscribes and your, just engaging with our community means to me. It's just so good. And I love you all so very much. So, e noho rā, Ka kite anō and aroha nui. Goodbye. I will see you again soon, and I love you loads.
Au revoir.
Bye. Bye.
Call your parents.
Your parents
not
call
that
me
kind
daddy.
Like, oh my god, I think I found my most hated NPC ever. So yeah. Thanks, Jules, for infecting our brains with quintella spaghetti. That's gonna be annoying. Alrighty, that's all, folks. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to review us somewhere like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, or whatever. Or if you can't do that, just tell your friends to listen to the show, and hopefully they do. We'll see you next time for episode 13, The Live Show.